All right. We lost a internet legend. I don't know how anyone's going to be able to fill the void. It's true. This person is gone. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. And you know who I'm talking about. The one and the only JD Griffin. JD Griffin. You guys don't know who this guy is. Okay? No one does. Wait, I thought it was 306, 300 subscribers. That's 100. 100 subscribers and 139 videos. But the last video we received from this man was 2 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, it looks like it. No, wait, there's something new. Maybe he's still active after all. Maybe he is. Wow. That's right, JD. We lost JD, man.
What up, chuggers? It is your boy JD. I am back with a quick review, actually. We're going to be reviewing the Sunny D Vodka Seltzer.
Sunny D Vodka Seltzers, man.
Right? So I've not had
great review right here.
Yet. These are 12 ounces.
Look at him. He's a fan of wrestling. You guys probably already like him. He's a big guy. Are we all kind of big?
4.5 ABV, 95 calories, 0 grams of sugar. Vodka with real fruit juice, sparkling water, natural orange flavor, and other natural flavors. Here's a can. I'm actually really excited. I'm going to do a quick crack for you guys. Can't see my mic.
Crack it open. Crack it open to JD. I would crack one open too, but except I don't have any booze around me.
Ooh. I have my headphones in, so I heard that, and that sounds great. So this is actually my first time also recording using StreamYard. So shout out to StreamYard. I'm actually thinking about getting a membership pretty soon. So keep your eye out for those.
You don't have to shout out StreamYard. You know, they offer a service. You don't have to shout them out, JD, but nice. A very ethical man he is.
Guys, all right. All right. I'm going to sniff. Let's see. It smells like Sunny D. I'm not going to lie.
It is. It is exactly Sunny D with vodka in it, which you guys probably had if, like, I don't know, if you were like in high school or something. Okay.
It does smell like Sunny D. So quick taste test. Ooh, these are dangerous.
Absolutely they are. 100%. That's JD right there. That is JD. Now, you guys are probably thinking, Mr. Metokur. Well, there is a rumor going around. There's a rumor that Mr. Metokur is no longer with us. That rumor comes from Brian Dunn. And so I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. I don't know if it's true or not. No one really knows. But I figured tonight we could revisit an Internet Insanity episode. There's that. We're gonna visit this. I picked Shoe Nice because I mean, it's an obvious choice. You know, I will sometimes try to do daring things for super chats. Say I'm going to drink this, do that. Nothing in the line of Shoe Nice. But man, Shoe Nice's story is a legend of what not to do. So let's check it out. And how's it going, Alex Shield Jones? Coolio Top Notch. It's cool to see you here. Bobby F. That's right.
Any more epic vids, I'm done with YouTube. All right, I'm not fleeing the country. I'm not a child rapist. Here's the story.
I'm not fleeing the country, and I'm not a... I can't repeat that.
You trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
All right, we're going to skip that part.
And what a story it is. It's a cautionary tale for all the would-be YouTubers out there that dream of one day attaining internet stardom, about how fast you can flirt with fame and then, the next day, immediately fall away from it. How you can go from making videos about slamming liquor to eating dog shit off the street.
Oh my God!
No, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't do that. No.
Oh my God! Don't do it.
No.
All in pursuit of those sweet clicks, because you need that relevance. You need that audience.
Dude, if you make a video, make a stream of you eating dog poop, you're going to have to, like, the audience you attract, you're going to have to do the next thing. Oh, my.
That stardom. When looking into who Shoe Nice is as an individual, as an online persona, a few things are going to be immediately striking. One is that he has over 500,000 subscribers. But the deeper you dig and the closer you look, other facts start to pop out.
Is that still true, chat? How many subscribers does Shoe Nice have right now? I suppose I could look it up myself. But I like having an interactive chat.
One after the other. How can somebody with such a large install base have such incredibly terrible metrics? How can somebody with 500,000 subscribers only bring in 10 to 20,000 views per video? What exactly happens to explain that complete death of popularity? Here's a man who started out when YouTube was young and gained millions and millions of views from doing video after video of him ingesting the most horrid things you could imagine, drinking outrageous amounts of liquor, eating items that would be better served put in other orifices in your...
No. I know what that is. But no, why would you do that?
Your body. A person whose popularity was spurred on by...
He's douching his throat. He's douching his freaking throat over there.
The numerous amount of coverage he received throughout the years, from his multiple television appearances to article after article after article, all talking about what Shoe Nice does online. People liked the freak show that his channel was. They liked being able to walk into the tent, hand somebody a ticket, and watch a midget fuck a bearded lady. That was what Shoe Nice was, a human garbage disposal. There for your amusement, for your friends to come gawk at. And because of that initial pull, he gained an enormous amount of subscribers. So how is it then that you could go from 500,000 subs, being on television, and being written about at numerous outlets, to barely getting 10 to 20,000 views per video? What explains that incredible decline? Well, that's the real story of Shoe Nice.
Everybody keeps saying drink bleach.
Story.
Well, I'm not going to do full bleach, but I'll do a multi-surface cleaner with bleach.
Shoe's empire of dirt began to accumulate, began to build upon itself due to what I like to call the YouTube cycle. Now, the YouTube cycle is where a particular type of video format or style, a genre, becomes so overplayed due to its popularity that your videos within it become indistinguishable from anybody else's. Shoe Nice is known for his ability to eat.
Oh, that is disgusting.
And drink almost anything. And he would do video after video, day upon day, of the exact same format. And for quite some time, this paid off greatly for him. It got him the attention of the press, it got him onto television, it got him hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But as with any fad, any YouTube cycle, others began to do it and do it better. Because at the same time that Shoe Nice was doing this, other people were putting together more interesting videos that went viral more easily, or they had a different take on it. Multiple eating channels and I will drink anything channels began to appear on YouTube. And as that audience had more and more choice as to where they could go to consume that type of video, Shoe's pond got smaller and smaller and smaller. But
yeah, makes sense.
that's just one facet, that's just one factor of why Shoe Nice turned out the way he did. Because even inside of a YouTube cycle, with all that competition around him, he still could have had an audience that would have been loyal to him. A larger component, though, would be Shoe Nice himself, both his personality, his habits, and his appetites. These played the largest role in the decline of his channel and his spiral into insanity and irrelevance. Now, you may ask yourself, how is it that a man who has nice in his username could have issues with anyone online? Surely this is a kind
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
individual. But Shoe Nice doesn't play well with other people, and he's been like that for years. If you look back in 2012 during the King of the Web Awards, Boogie actually put up a video talking about this.
Boogie? Okay.
As did the organizers of the event when they suspended him because of his behavior related to the competition. And an even more recent example of this would be his interactions with Ethan and Gila from H3H3. Don't give a single fuck about his subscribers. Jewish people are greedy and only care for themselves.
Oh, shit. I mean, yeah. He said that. He said that for sure. Yeah. And some would say he's right. I wouldn't say that, but some would say.
Gila Klein is a whore. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck off, dickhead. You were my help. Now Shoe Nice trolls you until I die. Slam some more toilet paper to clean that shit that's been coming out of your mouth. That's in response to a tweet from Shoe Nice where he said, fuck off. Gila is a whore from Israel. More like shoeless.
Hey, sounds like Shoe Nice supports Palestine. All right, look at that. He could be in the Hassan's camp.
Your ass is homeless. Now, while many people would like to blame Shoe Nice's somewhat abrasive approach to other people online strictly on his intoxication, on his ingesting liquor and cleaning products, looking through his history online, you see that he likes to start drama with other users. He's done this on YouTube. He did this on Live Leaks. He will find somebody with a larger subscriber base and start attacking them to get their attention, to try to get a response video. Because in his mind, that...
Well, and that could work, like punching up and going crazy like that. That worked for PPP. a little guy, a huge dude, huge Canadian, fat, dyke-looking thing named PPP.
That's how you get clicks. You create drama to get attention. He's done this with LA Beast.
Always punch up, yeah.
He's done this with H3H3.
Ethan, you were a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, and by the way, what I was referencing, by the way, would be a great clip to listen to sometime, but man, that might be like a members only stream, honestly. Because that what I'm referencing is the day, that stream where PPP went on Ricada's stream, and Ricada was there with Dick Masterson and Drex, I think that's the guy's name, his only black friend. And man, PPP was going crazy, dude. It was like I loved what was happening. It was great for just the shit show of it. It was just completely unhinged. And it was great because Ricada gave him all the attention he wanted. And he yeah.
Emo 5 years ago, and now you think you're some kind of a god, fucking raising money for people. Well, all I want to know is whose penis is bigger, yours or Hila?
He did this on Live Leaks until he was driven off the website and forced to leave this goodbye video to them.
Do we know the answer to that question to this day? Whose penis is bigger, Hila or Ethan's?
With your fucking website.
Is that what
Trying
it
to
means?
bring a little
I don't know.
humor in. All you fucking people care about are people dying. Kiss my ass, bitches. Suck my dick. Lick my nuts. Fuck my dead mother.
So now when you look in a
He has that Ralph Mel energy.
broader context of things, with Shoe Nice now having to compete with more channels that are doing what he did better than he did, as well as his inability to network and relate with other people online, you start to see why his views began to diminish, why the sub count started to nosedive. But those things alone aren't what drove him to drinking piss and eating shit off the street. No, it takes a lot more than simple trolling online and a few competitors to put you into that position. If you were to
Alex Shield Jones coming in with facts there. Ethan's is definitely smaller. Okay. And I think Alex Shield Jones may or may not have actually measured it. Okay.
take the time to go back through the archive of Shoe Nice videos and watch them one after the other, you're going to start to notice a few trends. Those trends usually revolve around his alcoholism, because he wasn't just doing Liquor Slam challenges, he was doing live streams after them. And it was during these streaming moments or these separate videos where you got a better insight into the hunger, the appetite this individual has, and just how much he relies on liquor, and even more than that, hard drugs to survive.
One day he whips out a can of crack. I said,
Whoa, a can of crack? I don't think I've ever seen a can of crack in my life. And I have been in some black neighborhoods before. Not for very long. I don't know where do you get the cans of crack from. I thought they were in bags.
fuck it, and took a blast.
Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again. I'm on Molly's.
Now, all
Congratulations, you. like what was the purpose of that video, of that stream? I'm on Molly's. Congrats, loser. All right.
already, with these factors, you're starting to see a recipe for disaster. Somebody who's under pressure. Their little kingdom is collapsing in on themselves. They're lashing out at other people to get attention. And on top of that, they have a liquor and drug problem. These are all components to making your life go to shit quickly. All you need to do is watch a few of
You don't say, right? I mean, anyone with a brainstem could figure that out. You know, constantly boozing. I know some of you guys be like, well, Mr. Devin, what about you? Honestly, am I constantly boozing at that same level? The dude is freaking chugging a bottle of Jack Daniels, man. If I did that, guaranteed that's tea in that bottle, not real Jack Daniels. If I did it. Shoe Nice did it. That was real Jack Daniels. I'm pretty sure. I can't do it like that.
of his videos, and you can see just how absolutely blackout drunk he will get.
Dude, look at his eyes. Dude, what the...
There was lemon juice coming out of every orifice of my body, including my penis head.
Like his eyes, you know what's weird? His eyes look dead around him because because he has those blue eyes, you know. That's the thing that pops out. When you first look, it'd be like, oh, okay, whoa, he looks messed up, like severely messed up. Look at that.
Wow.
And the effect that will have on his mental abilities and his ability to manage and run a YouTube channel. Now, anybody familiar enough with drug use and alcoholism is going to know that it's going to take a lot of money to fuel that. If you want to do crack every day, if you want to get drunk every day, you need a constant supply of cash to continually fuel that lifestyle. And that is where the real problems for Shoe Nice began.
Well, basically, I'm just wasting your time, making you come to another video and wasting your fucking useless life, your pitiful IP address. Go stick your fucking penis in your nasty girl's vagina while your fat ass mother videotapes it, because I don't give a fuck. Unsub.
A simple search using
Very stable individual, right?
the keywords Shoe Nice and scam will yield a host of results dating back multiple years, all having to do with the graft, with the cons which Shoe Nice has perpetrated against both the
con
unwary
artist.
and his fan base alike. Now, out of all these scams, they all seem to fall
Was this dude ever married?
into one of three different categories.
I thought this dude, for some reason, I thought Shoe Nice had a wife and kids at one point. I thought he did. I think I watched another documentary that actually went into more detail. I wonder if it's going to come up here, though. We're revisiting a Mr. Metokur archive and the spirit that he may or may not be dead right now. We gotta see for real, okay? I'm not just taking rumors here. I want to see a body.
Charity, necessity.
A death certificate wouldn't work. Seeing a bubble boy get buried in to the ground wouldn't work. I want to see a body, okay? Because you can fake anything on the internet, okay? Perspicacity says dead man. How's it going, Perspicacity? How's it going? Dead man is my name. That's right.
And bullshit. Throughout the years, Shoe Nice has said that he likes to help the homeless. In fact, he's run multiple campaigns to raise money for them. From the Brown Bag Boys charity.
I mean, you can do as simple a thing as just buying a brown.
Alex Shield Jones says his wife and his dead body would work. Actually, see, here's the thing. If Mr. Metokur actually did die, why would Jade not keep the illusion alive? And who's the guy that did those Mr. Metokur deepfakes, which were actually better streams than the latest Mr. Metokur streams? Like, that guy could just continue. He just work with Jade and just keep that going. Just bring. It doesn't take because you never see him on screen, so you could just Jade could like just fire up a stream, a Metokur stream, and just play sound bites. Or even better, could use those AI tools to get his voice down, and just there you go, and can just live stream whatever. Oh, that's right, QL Petos, that's his name. And a based stance. That's right. Yeah.
Brown bag from us, and Shoe Nice we trust. You take that $1 and you buy this brown bag, and that $1 turns into a can of ravioli or a bologna sandwich.
To his own Indiegogo campaign, which raised a whopping $5 before Indiegogo shut it down due to the multiple complaints of people saying that he was a scam artist. Now, while there exists video footage of Shoe Knight actually volunteering at a local homeless shelter.
Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again. Well, basically, we're serving the homeless and the needy of Denver, so stand back and watch.
There are no receipts or records to prove that he's given any money to charity. And
I mean, you do something like that's really mostly for content and just for like virtue points, you know? That's all that's for.
Multiple people have looked into this, and Shoe Nice repeatedly states that he gives the money to them. If you just donate to that Indiegogo, if you just buy one more brown bag, we can feed people. Which is a bit stunning, because if you remember his call-out video to Ethan from H3H3...
Fucking, raising money for people.
It's almost like Shoe Nice doesn't like the idea of somebody actually doing and following through on what they say, rather than ripping people off of their money. While some could argue that Shoe Nice actually does contribute to charity and that he's been above board in regards to these homeless money drives, the other videos which exist are a little more cut and dry. These are the necessity videos, or as I like to call it, fuck you, pay me.
Basically, we need a new camera, a nice one that costs $1,800, so we're like a TV show. But I'm not paying for it.
But wait. A streamer or a YouTuber outright asking for money for like equipment, isn't that what every other YouTuber does? I mean, I've been on YouTube for a long time. Okay. All right. I've seen a lot of people just outright just say, I need money for equipment. Pay me now, please. Pay me now. What, you don't got the money, Pours? I've seen that many times.
Guys are That's right, my YouTube community.
Basically, I lost my ATM card and I want to smoke more weed and get drunk still for Bike Week. So my PayPal information's below me. This isn't bad.
That's right. Buy my hat, Alex Jill Jones. Yeah. Buy my hat. And no, and I think this was when this came out, this was before Metokur really started grifting hard. You know, he had a stance that he wasn't going to do that. But I guess things change, huh? Things always change.
Again.
Basically, if you can spare anything, PayPal, $1, $100, whatever it takes.
Oh, the hat money is not going to equipment. You know, it's not like he needs any equipment. It's going to medical bills, you know.
I just got to get on a train.
Going to
get
Jade.
back to Denver.
Well, basically, I got arrested last night. Somebody robbed some old lady's pocketbook out of a car. So they came to the hotel where they thought the dude was at. They kicked in my hotel door and they blamed it on.
Oh my! Did Shoe Nice actually rob an old lady of her money?
Either way, my PayPal's in my thing. I'm not big.
Funnily enough, after telling his fan base they could unsub him and go fuck themselves, he tried going the Patreon route, which went about as well as you might imagine from simply looking at the page itself. Remember, he has 500,000 subscribers, and that's the amount he was able to bring in.
$1. $1.
Dude, now that's a guy I've not seen in a long time. Oh shit! What's that dude's name? Oh man, I don't even. Dude, this is an old video.
Now, the most entertaining out of all these categories would be the straight up bullshit category. The I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine.
I get these great ideas, but I thought about this a while ago, and now I'm sticking to it. You're going to PayPal me $5 US and that video link, and the email will come through. I'm going to...
Oh, Stefan Molyneux. That's right. Stefan Molyneux. Yeah, that's his name.
upload that video on my channel.
For years, people said that he ran hustles, asking them to give him something, and in return, he would do something for them. He'd feature them on...
What about you, Mr. Metokur? You ran hustles. All your streams are anymore hustles. At least they were, unless your wife keeps it going, you know.
His magnificent, amazing channel. Just pay me $20 and I'll do that for you. Just PayPal that money on over to me. And yet, shockingly, he never really held up his end of the bargain. It wasn't until recently that he really got blown the fuck out when somebody documented this and the video went viral. A user by the name of Tubes had been asked by Shoe Nice to provide him with YouTube thumbnails because Shoe was convinced that that was going to get him back on top. And so he was going to pay this gentleman to make him a set of thumbnails. And they reached an agreement for how much he would be paid to provide that service. And there'll be a link in the description to the full video if you want to go watch it. Shockingly, Shoe Nice once again didn't keep his word.
Either way, this is staying up forever. Tubes, you're such a loser. And you know you are, bro. You said you were eating crumbs when I caught you on Facebook out at a bar. You said 2 thumbnails took almost an hour, and you can make them in 3 to 4 minutes.
So, babe.
Wow. Not even going to pay the guy. And McGibbs. Yeah, last time Metokur was interesting was when he was doing the Chinese COVID propaganda. Yeah, you know what, too, about that? Watching Metokur's coverage of the Wuhan flu, okay, whatever. You could say whatever it is now, right? I think, anyway, watching this coverage of that, it had me thinking, did this virus, the COVID virus, is just going to, like, it's just going to be a like mass dead everywhere, okay? And, like, I mean, while lives were claimed and all that, it wasn't as crazy, nowhere near as crazy as the stuff he was putting out there. It was like, I mean, here's how anticlimactic it was. So in the Houston area, no, actually, but what was? Oh man, Well, I'll just say in the Houston area, they had specialized centers designed to like hospitalize this like grand number of people that are just going to be hospitalized. And those centers are shut down because they were not used. Okay?
Basically, either way, Shoe Nice is an alcoholic, hard drug user who has scammed and alienated his own fan base and put up a repetitive type of video to the point where even with 500,000 subscribers, nobody watches his content anymore. His repeated attempts to branch out to do in real life trolling, which is god awful, by the way.
Oh shit, dude, what happened?
Oh, the truck slid into me.
What truck, man?
He's right over there idling. Point it to him.
What the? What the fuck, man?
Perspicacity asked me, what are my feelings on Persip? I mean, you? Oh. No, I mean, my feelings? Like, are we in like in therapy or something? Yeah, you seem like a cool guy. You do your streams, you know. I know you were like a co-host for Ethan Ralph for a bit and all that and stuff, and yeah, I don't have a problem with you. You have an idea? Oh, if you want to do like a collab thing, I'm open for that too. Have a seat. Take a seat, sir. Okay. We'll talk about feelings. I guess if we're talking about feelings, let's be real. You're just some dude on the internet. Like I'm just some dude on the on the internet. We are in the similar sphere in a way. But really the following the Thorps and all them, kind of I just know that you're homosexual, which I don't really have a problem with because I'm like 6 beers away from being gay, honestly. But that's about that. If you give me a pact of non-snakiness, I'll add you to the network. I can do that. I snaked the Dymo because it was funny. Really, I was really trying to snake, what's his name? DJ Axel. I mean, that's the truth there. I even told him I'm going to betray you, and he just thought it was cute. So whatever. Thank you, Alex Hill Jones. Yeah. This business and personal? Okay. Then I could do business. Snakiness. I don't talk to anyone on Discord. I am pretty much just a simple guy. I work all the time. When I come here, sometimes I stream, and that's pretty much it. Well, that would be interesting. The Kino Casino. Yeah, I already upset some of their fans. They'll give me an actual audience. Well, that's cool too. Anyway, yeah, I'm cool with that. It's something that's another chatter mentioned. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't have a problem with that. I understand there's an issue of trust. Which is understandable, I guess, with my history. And also based on how the sector is.
Man.
Too long, man. Yo, come here. Just see if my face is fractured.
Dude, it's pretty.
Gotcha, troll like a motherfucker. Thanks a lot, bro.
To do a
That was a troll?
roofing channel, which is basically a way to beg for money on Craigslist, have all backfired. None have found success. Even his main channel still flounders with barely any views to support it. Shu is an example of a man who let his ego get the best of him, who allowed the pressure to drive him over the edge. He truly believed, because he made it onto television, because people wrote about his exploits, that he...
It almost sounds like Metokur's talking about himself, but he does have an audience, you know? He does have an audience. At least he did. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Definitely reset. Definitely reset that stuff. But this was for Metokur. Is he really dead? Like I said, I want to see a body. Now, kind of getting into Thorp related stuff. Let me get something pulled up here. All right.
So don't say anything.
Okay. So one thing we're gonna do, because I know I saw the Thorps had a recent stream, but like it was actually them just reviewing their the recent debate. That's right, dead body, or it didn't happen. By Twitter on dead well, let me pull it up. I could just share with you whatever. It's Mr. Deadman DT. So it would be just Mr. Deadman DT. All right, that sounds cool, man. I look forward to that. So, what I'm saying is, the recent Thorp stream, unless someone else caught something, it seemed kind of boring. So I figured this was a good time to revisit when Grace was on LOLCOW live. Like the first time. Like the very first time. This should be good. But before we do that, though, I suppose let's get the Becky stuff out of and just be done with that. Becky Boop. Becky Boop betrayed her own people. So Becky Boop, you guys probably know who she is. She was part of LOLCOW Queens. Okay. She left LOLCOW Queens. People were excited. This person right here, Ruby, and I can't lie. Even myself, I thought she was actually going to go separate, go solo. You know, she made this big thing about how she doesn't want to work with Keem anymore because he's the devil and all this stuff. And she garnered a lot of support. You know, she really gathered a lot of support there. And the supporters were giving her money, a crazy amount of money. And then she even got like co-hosts that would actually work with her. They actually thought, you know, that they were friends. But what happened, of course, as you know, Becky Boop betrayed him. Now, this is the fallout of that. And it's pretty good.
Oh, yes, but I'm getting. Oh, sorry. I just fixed the echo. I was getting a really bad echo. Okay.
This is Becky Boop going to a whole other low.
Okay. Yeah. The reason why I released a video instead of going live with you was because I knew I wouldn't be able to handle the bullshit I'm seeing in chat, and I'm seeing it right here. It's kind of why I also wish like you maybe could have just waited till next week to address this instead of doing it on your channel where it's out of control over here. But whatever. To the people in chat like Pirate saying, I did try to reach out to you. Pirate, you're not a content creator. I didn't owe you a response. I'm sorry that I have to prioritize my mental health over answering your questions. You could wait.
Oh, her mental health is suffering. Okay. All right.
And to everyone who wants to hypothesize over this and say she's lying and everything else, I don't owe anyone here anything. I owe myself the responsibility of making sure I live till tomorrow.
Oh man. She is doing that baiting right there. Guys, my mental health, I just can't stream anymore right now. I can't do it, you know? And also, I don't know if I'm going to live tomorrow, you know, because I got the rope, I got the chair, you know? It's like baiting, totally bait, dude. And it's so pathetic. It's like stuff that Boogie does. It's stuff that Rich Tech USA does. You know, like this. This is a new low. When you double down on stuff like this, you don't really come back from this. I don't think you do.
Oh my God. I don't care what you think about me. Go back to Keem and be that toxic, but don't bring it around me and around my fucking people.
Don't be toxic while she just baited right there, man. She's using mental health in her life and the threat of self-deletion as a way to get some easy like sympathy. But there's no sympathy to be had at all. At all. No sympathy. No. Because Becky made her bed. Becky made her bed because of, you know, obviously the actions that she took. So she can't complain about it. She can't be like, don't talk about me. My mental health can't take it. Guys, I might not live tomorrow.
I understand, Vicky, and I am personally respecting that you didn't want to do the conversation today, but at the same time, I was also being brought all this information
today, and like I wasn't ready for it, and you still work with me, and so it reflects on me. Letting all these people talk this shit in chat, it reflects on me, and I'm not okay with it. So I will probably hang up.
Done wrong.
Personally, I have not watched enough of your stream to say you should hang it up. I would have preferred if this stream hadn't happened, though.
Oh, and that VTuber is like one of Becky Boop's employees or something in her network? Probably not for long. I mean, the whole network thing is going to just dissolve. And because, I mean, Becky just betrayed them all. So why would they work with her? Just do your own thing or kick her out. You know, it's like you don't need her. She's a dead weight.
Because I'm not in a place to deal with any of this, and they know it. Pirate, you're in a place.
You just fucked her, and she's not even allowed to have an opinion about it.
In the chat.
But Becky, these conversations are happening elsewhere. If you didn't want to deal with it, you didn't have to come.
Let them go to the LCU and talk shit over there.
These conversations are happening everywhere.
Yeah, employee. I don't know what the terms are, obviously. But supposedly, that's the thing. Like Becky Boop was trying to build a network, a Becky Boop universe, BBU, and this was one of those members.
And Roxy's chat and Savage's chat and all the discords that they're in. Why not have them now where I can actually mediate?
Wow, it's
Actually,
shocking.
Things that also make me look bad, saying, well, I shouldn't even mention suicide right now. Well, guess what? I think I fucking should, because when people's actions are pushing people to that point, ignoring it doesn't go.
People's actions are pushing her to that point. You did it to yourself. What you should do, if anything, is just do a video where you just own up to it. Be like, yeah, you know, I did betray everybody. I betrayed them. That's exactly what I did. You know what? Just be honest about it. You know, I did it. because there's some money there. You know what? That's the truth, because like that's what happened. Instead of that, what we get is her blaming everyone else. You know, she's the victim. All that stuff.
Anywhere. People should know that this is how utterly fucking serious this is, because you know how many people don't say anything and just die the next day. It's that serious, and I don't want
to go to a hospital. Stop
by my own host
online.
You're trying to do. But this is why I'm saying, like, I would have preferred that this conversation didn't happen here with my hosts who are still around, because it's going to end up making me turn against the hosts who are still here, because I'm not even in a mental place to be able to handle any of this right now. Lady 7up saying get help. I am getting help. Thank you. I'm fine. I don't need anybody calling in 5150s.
You're fine? You just said you're thinking about, I don't know, ending your life.
I'm surrounded by family.
You just said you're going to die, bitch.
People like Ladies Man in the chat saying she's playing victim. LOL. Yeah, so
you are playing victim. You need to hear Ben Thorp give you a struggle session about how much of a victim you're being. Perspicacity. This is stuff related to like the Thorpe stuff, sort of. Not really. It's really related. It's more related to LOLCOW queens and all that stuff. Anyway,
people who actually do convict them, who do actually take themselves out. All right, it's not playing victim. It's called being the fucking victim.
God,
I understand that, but one of the reasons.
Oh my fucking God!
I know, it's
She's
crazy.
Just saying like, yeah, I might die, but like, don't call like any help or anything. I'm just gonna keep telling everyone who I fucked over that their responses are killing me, and I'm literally probably going to die tonight because of you.
No, no, that VTuber is friendly with the woman. Not her. Her name's Ruby, the one who's doing the talking right now. Becky Boop was a character in Keemstar's LOLCOW universe on LOLCOW Queens. She worked with Keemstar for a while, for actually like a year or so, right? And then she left him with this whole ruse that she's creating her own thing. Started creating her own thing and then betrayed everyone. And now is crying and acting like a victim because people are like taking her to task about it.
God, I'm getting worked up. This is
so
why
crazy. I actually wanted to come up today.
Definitely not as spicy as Ethan Ralph drama. Oh, there is something I do want to watch. It's not actually Ethan Ralph drama. It actually is more like Ethan Ralph kind of explaining things about what happened at the fish tank, the El Salvadorian fish tank, which is it's a good video. It's a good segment, and just kind of explain things in a different light. And honestly, because I did not, obviously you guys know, I did not like the way how Kino Casino initially covered it. I was like, man, like you guys totally got it wrong and all this stuff. I mean, really portrayed. I mean, all you have to do is say the facts. Just say what objectively happened, and it's already funny. You have Ethan Ralph there, and he punched this MMA guy, and he was like punching this Scottish guy. Okay, it's hilarious. Ethan Ralph was being Ethan Ralph, man.
And talk about this was because I also see your side of things, and I have been talking about your side of things from the beginning of the stream, because I do understand what you're going through in terms of your mental health. I mean, I'm not in your situation, in your shoes, obviously, but I have been saying that you are allowed to feel the way that you're feeling. And that's something that I wanted to do for myself, but for you too. And you don't have to agree. I mean, it was my choice to go live today, despite you not wanting me to.
Wow. Even in this like absolute shitstorm, I still gave her the benefit of the doubt that maybe she's not baiting. Maybe
see, and Ruby is now realizing
she really is suicidal. That just
but it's just a total bait. A total bait. And that's what something like complete scumbags will do. Like Boogie used to do that stuff. I mean, he still will. Just give him some time. Rich Tech USA. Who else has done that? There's been a lot of that. I'm sure. I only mentioned 2 names. I'm sure there's a lot more than that. Man, you can call me all sorts of stuff, okay? But I would not do that. Okay. First off, some of you guys would be like, what? Do you need the rope, bro? No.
Confirms she's not. That just confirms she's not. She's like, oh, it's not serious. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, it's so messy. It's so wrong. Like, this should be showed in PR classes. Like, worst way to ever handle anything that I've ever seen in my life. But thank you so much for the $10.
Yeah, like self-deleting baiting is not going to do well at all. It's not going to help you. Because then it's like, okay, especially when you made the situation yourself. Like, she's the one who took the money from Keem to go work with him again. Betraying her people, betraying her audience. When I say her people, I mean the people she's working with. And she said Keemstar's the devil, and she's not going to do that. But she did.
She brought up Etika yet again in a reply to a channel post. Yeah, she's been saying a lot of shit all over the place. I think maybe she should take a break and be with her loved ones or go to a fucking hospital and stop telling everyone who's critical of you that you're going to die because of them. That's really, really wrong to do.
Well, really, Ruby, anytime she streams, she's going to have to ride out this low she created for herself. I mean, that's really what it is. It's going to suck. But give it some time, I guess. I mean, look at Boogie. I mean, he still has an audience, a huge audience, I guess. I mean,
Thank you for the membership, BBphil. Well, damn.
You know what? I don't even remember. I don't even think Ben and Grace have ever self-deleted baited. You know, I don't think they have. Oh man, I cussed so much in the stream in the beginning. Suicide bait. I don't think Ben and Grace have ever done that. That's a low move, man.
Thank you to Schizo Spud. I almost wasn't going to look at this clip because I was a little Becky'd out, but wow. Like,
choice. The problem is you're still affiliated with my brand. So once again, anything you say carries extra weight.
The employee.
And so when you even say, I think it was Gamers Asylum. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. I have my own issues with Gamers Asylum that I would like to talk out there. And now I can't because he's here with you instead doing it here. And everyone knows he was supporting me. And now I look like shit because that's
no, I'm sorry. Him talking in my chat has nothing to do with you and him.
And that VTuber, by the way, is probably just a dude. It's usually just a dude. Okay.
Like, there's no reason for you guys not to talk something out just because he's talking now on this chat.
He's talking about me in your
chat.
Yeah,
but there's one thing is talking about you, and another thing is talking with you. Anyone that wants to
Oh my God, boo! We got 5 gifted from Outsanity.
Right, cool.
Thank you so much. And I have to add a couple of people to the board of love. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
You got a board of love over there.
It's triple hearts.
Wow.
And don't want to miss out. BBphil. Thank you so much for joining, BBphil. Yeah, this is a wild interaction. So everyone, and go subscribe to Schizo Spud. He does really good coverage, and a lot of the clips I've been reacting to lately, I find through his channel. So he's really out there doing a lot of like the work and like finding these crazy moments, because it's just impossible to watch all these streams. So a lot of streamers do get away with a lot because it's just people aren't keeping up with catching those little things that they do.
Well, this one's definitely caught.
Well, thank you guys.
I'm not going to argue it with you because, again, I'm not in a place where I can. I am not trying to come down on you. I'm just saying that this is exactly why I would have preferred that this stream didn't happen, because I would have preferred if my hosts who are still affiliated with me could have waited for me. That's all.
Oh, Becky doesn't even have control of her own employees.
Because this stream is not helping me right now. It's not.
It's all about her.
I am of the opinion that if you don't want to deal with everyone talking about you, then you just don't go after it. Don't just leave the internet for you to heal. Yeah.
But my business partners are still talking about me.
Yeah, but that's always going to happen. If I'm not live, then it's all happening on the Discord or somewhere else.
That
where
was
people are
an
gonna talk about
obvious
it.
joke, but yeah, that was
What is so wrong with
because it was not read that way. You know, it was a joke referencing.
Ruby threatened to relapse overdosing when Keemstar fired her. Oh, yeah, that's true. But Ruby says it was a joke.
Stepping out psychotic to Destiny. It was really over the top. Like, I'm going to go buy a baggie of heroin and I'm going to write Keemstar's name on it as I die. Like, but I get for people who don't know me, that was crazy. But yeah, Grace, you're not, I'm very, you know, people have been watching me. They're aware of my shortcomings.
Yeah, Ruby definitely has her flaws for sure.
Anyway, I don't know if I can handle. We have enough BPD bitches right now. I think I'm gonna time out, or I just am not in the mood. I'm already triggered by this BPD bitch.
So,
and the only other person
we already got the meat and potatoes of this. We did. Okay, we don't need any more of that. So what we're gonna do now is revisit this highlight of Grace Thorp for the first time appearing on LOLCOW Live. It was like the first time for like the initial interaction.
There to like you Wings, you could literally tell me your pin code when I'm blacked out drunk. And
only use me blades. I guess does Keem not work with blades anymore at all?
I wouldn't remember it the next day.
Is blades dead?
Like, it's a blackout's a blackout.
So like when they came in with like the riot shield in your hotel, you didn't remember talking to the cops.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that until I saw the clip.
I'm going to add another person to the call. Her name is Grace. Do you guys know Grace?
I do not. I mean, when you said she was going to be on the call, I'm like, who is this person?
I just found out about her yesterday, and you know, I've seen some pretty viral poppin' tweets and video clips.
I heard Blade is on dialysis. Oh, then he can't be drinking now, right? He's banned from YouTube. Oh man. Well, he did like to say the Game Awards a little much.
Grace, hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How you doing?
So
you in a hotel over there?
Sorry?
Said you're in a hotel or something back there? Where are you going?
Oh yeah, I'm in San Marcos, Texas right now. I've been traveling and live streaming it. So
Blade has some experience with that. You're doing like RV streams
all around the country. Yeah.
So Grace, how do people know? I just found out about you yesterday, but like, what would you say you're known for on the internet? Like, how do?
Okay. Very first interaction, right? And what does she say? What is she known for? What do we get?
How do people know you?
Incest.
like outright just says it. Incest. It's like, okay, you're not trying to run away from it at all.
You say you're known for on the internet. Like, how do people know you?
Incest.
And the reaction's great, especially Blades. Blades is like, what? He's like, did I just hear that?
To put it bluntly, I mean, I have a lot more to me than that whole thing.
Did you say incest?
No. He has to ask. Did you say that?
I have a lot more to me than that whole thing.
Did you say incest?
No, she said something else.
I'd say generally that is what is associated with my name.
So you're involved in it? Isn't that a gag? Aren't you like the new Andy Kaufman, or is it true?
I can explain it if you want. Basically,
I'd love to hear it. Oh, well, I'm no longer at the pool. That was my parents' place. Now I'm back in the shack.
I started streaming with
Hey,
my dad
Dash
about 14
fan, how's it
months
going?
ago, and we had like a little chill podcast where we just talked about like religion and stuff. Anyways, me and my dad are kind of edgy,
I'll say.
and our family was kind of falling apart at the time, so that kind of leaked in, and people started saying like, "Ooh, you guys do incest."
Was it because
And-
your dad was cheating on your mom with you?
No, but in a way, like me and him became closer, and my mom got jealous of that, so she started like making assumptions.
Oh, okay.
And then my
Is this your dad right
brother-
here?
Yeah, that's him. Say hi.
Handsome
He's
guy.
6'8", so don't say anything you wouldn't say. Don't say anything you wouldn't say to his face.
He's a handsome guy.
How do you think I?
Man, like the foreshadowing.
I got here.
No,
I
but
don't want to know.
no, but continue. Why do people think that you're your dad?
You know, because we have a very close relationship because my mother is a very dysfunctional person, and so our family kind of fell apart, and we streamed a lot of that. And then people made assumptions, and I get it. You know, a lot of people don't see daughters that close.
Now, Blade's expression here. Blade's expression, the dude wearing the blue hoodie. Like he looks like he's like kind of like lost here, right? He's like, what am I hearing? Now is that his face normally though? That I should ask. But he does look like he is like, you know, having some difficulty processing this, which is understandable.
Close to their fathers, and I don't really care if people make assumptions, but it's kind of an ongoing joke at this point.
That's a king size bed behind you. Do y'all have separate hotel rooms?
No, it's cheaper sometimes to share a bed.
Wait, I seen a clip that you were like caught your
dude, Blades is the only one not laughing here. He's like so serious. He's like really like processing this. Like, wait a second, this is not a joke. This is not a joke.
father. Is that true?
My brother, because he was jealous of me getting clout online, he did decide to come out to get his own clout, and he said he saw something like I sent my dad an eggplant emoji, which I very well may have, because I joke about sexual stuff with my dad all the time, and he got a little bit of clout off of that, and now it's a joke, so.
Okay, let's say your dad died. What's your content?
That is a very good point, actually. I am very, very closely tied to him, and he's sort of my rock. So if he did die, probably my content would be me crying.
Honestly, if Ben died, what would Grace do? I mean, what would she do? Adasha fan, can I tell stories instead of whatever this is? Well, I normally do watch the Thorps stuff, but yeah, I don't mind telling stories if you have a question.
Crying about him being dead, honestly. I love him very much.
I'm not trying to make fun. What is your content? What is your thing? You stream, you make videos. What do you do?
It's kind of all over the place. So like, he's sort of the intellectual side of things. I'm like, obviously, you guys put me as the crazy girl, but we've been streaming ourselves, traveling and collabing with other people. We also just, when we do IRL, we kind of like notice just the little things in life and like people watch and that kind of stuff. That's kind of how we like to run our streams. And then also a lot of analysis of like our family's past, because it kind of became public and all of the characters involved.
Do you see like a father-daughter in public and be like, I wonder if they want to swing with us?
No. I am trying to get my dad laid. He hasn't been laid in like 5-6 years. Maybe you guys could help. He's not doing so well on Tinder, so.
I seen this thing where one of your girlfriends that you met online came to visit you. Yeah, your dad started like pulling her hair to insert dominance over
Ava the G. That's right. The story of the Wayward hose. Oh, wait, Dasha fan, you wouldn't hear a story. Wait, this is a good segue right here. Hold on here. Let me pull this up. You wouldn't hear a good story. Got to hear about The House of Wayward Hoes. This
Do it. And Grace's point.
This is a classic. This is what Keem was referencing. Here we go.
Last week, the Thorps had Grace's friend Ava the G fly out to Rhode Island to stay with them with the intent of creating content. She lasted around 3 hours in what Ben is now calling his House of Wayward Hoes, before Ben tried to get her to follow dog commands, said he would beat her to help her sleep, and pulled her hair in what Ben called mutual pain exercises. Things took a turn just last night when Ben got physical with his daughter out of anger on camera. But let's go to the beginning.
I want to start at the very, very beginning. How did you find the Thorps?
So I'm a fan of Destiny. Then I saw like the Crowder thing, and I like fucked up people. Okay, I like fucked up people. I thought that a lot of it was like played up. I didn't know how much was real, you know. And I liked Grace a lot. I wasn't that deeply in it.
You were on the outskirts, and
quite
you were
a few.
at
I did watch
peripheries.
quite a few videos. And
So fast forward then a little bit, and you're now meeting Grace after she's got naked in the woods and fled from Radio Foreman.
Let's get back to the Washington story when she was at Foreman's house.
She like was whispering on the phone with me and all this stuff. So it was like, I don't know. I can't. So I did tell her to jump out the window and talk to me outside, because this whole like whispering shit, it's like, it's annoying. So at a certain point, she went outside and I was angry. And one of the ways in which, like, you know, men show anger towards women is by having them sort of humiliate themselves. So I did have her sort of humiliate herself for me outside on a FaceTime call. So she had this sort of like, you know, this was become in her mind sort of half of a psychosexual sort of like, you know, serial killer situation, right? There's a certain part of them that wants to be dominated. They like it when it gets a little hot.
This is your daughter.
Right. I understand that. I
Yeah.
understand it's my daughter.
How did-
Okay.
and how did she humiliate herself?
She, you know, kind of played out some of those things. Nothing crazy. Nothing that I wouldn't
Like what?
see in the course of, I don't remember exactly what, but like, you know, she took some of her
You don't?
clothes off outside in a kind of scary situation. That's it. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
yeah, I messaged her to hang out, and then picked her up, and she stayed at my house for 3 days.
Okay, and now Ben, for people who don't know, Ben has been going on, he regularly has wild ideas, and the most recent one has been the Wayward Home for Whores or something.
Mm-hmm.
You must have heard him mention this. Did you think that this was real, or did you think this was just like a joke?
I didn't think that it was real to the extent that of what he did. I didn't know what that entailed at all. But I figured, yeah, he wanted to like do some kind of content with that, and I was down. That's the thing, is that I was down to do some kind of content with that.
And Ava the G, you still could. You could do some content with Ben. It would be great.
Not off camera, okay? Yeah. And yeah.
Oh, and shooting blanks. Shooting blanks isn't even shooting blanks, dude. No, man, he's shooting reels, man. No one wants Grace around, not even Becky Boop, our poopy streamers. I don't know why I'm not cussing. You know, what's that? Poopy streamers. Low tier, bottom of the barrel kick streamers basically told her to F off. No one wants her anywhere around them. Yeah. That's true. Absolutely. Not even Becky Boop. And Becky Boop has really no one right now. Really no one. Except Becky Boop can come on my stream. No. I don't want that.
But I honestly, like, I wasn't super aware. Like, I heard it a few times. My expectations were completely blown out of the water.
So really, then you didn't expect Ben to be involved much at all. You thought you were going to go and hang out with Grace, and Ben just be there. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I thought maybe he'd be involved a little bit, but like, not to like
it wouldn't be this crazy house of
yeah.
wayward hoes.
Fuck her and her fucking fancy friend Ava.
Again? Like as in
I
he
opened my doors of the home for wayward hoes to a wayward hoe, and like before she even got in the door, it was full rebellion. So Ava arrived at Logan Airport this morning at like noon, and you know, we picked her up at the train station, and you know, it's this fucking nonsense. You know, I tried to assert dominance over Ava, who needs it, and she, you know, she plays the princess.
Who's Ava?
Ava is Ava, which is a name which has come from Eve, right? She's our first wayward hoe to try to survive the home for wayward.
What's wrong with the little hair pulling?
Wayward hoes, and like
what is the home of wayward hoes?
Yeah,
is that your house or?
It's this compound here. The home for wayward hoes is where hoes come. They can't be too wayward, but where they can interact with masculine energy in a way that's
Ben. And Ben would be that masculine energy.
Real, not this pretend thing. So, like, for example, I don't know, within 5 minutes of getting in the car, I pulled Ava's hair. I said, we have to hurt each other.
Wait, back up. Within 5 minutes?
I don't know, within 5 minutes of getting in the car, I pulled Ava's hair. I said, we have to hurt each other so that we can establish some intimacy. I pulled her hair.
5 minutes. About 5 minutes. And I believe him, by the way.
And I told her to hit me, and she goes, well, I wouldn't do that.
Could you explain?
Well, my point was that you have to initiate, like, and like something that's a little bit less than, totally bourgeois, like, hey, you're my guest, you run the, I mean, you understand it's emasculating for most men when there's their daughter's guest is going to come over. It's like, oh my gosh, you're a princess and I don't have a dick and whatever, all this stuff, right? Like, so I was like, let's just pop the cherry quick here and have a little bit of like sort of mutual minor pain causing together so we can get beyond this like nonsense. So I said,
get beyond this nonsense. Get beyond this nonsense. We need to get beyond this nonsense of, I guess, meeting each other for the first time in real life. So let me just pull your hair. And how about you inflict some pain on me? What is that?
Let's do this. And then I just pulled her hair, and I said, okay, so like this is what I'm talking about. I just pulled her hair reasonably hard, and I was like, okay, so now it's your turn with me. You can punch me or whatever. And she refused to do so. It's ridiculous.
So you were trying to teach a lesson to her by pulling.
No, I was just trying to say, let's pop the cherry on like, I'm not going to touch you because you're a princess, and you're not going to touch me because I'm a.
Oh, okay, got it. He wanted to assert dominance, but also establish what the rules of the game are. Yeah, this whole like, you're not touching me, I'm not touching you. No, that's not what's happening in Wayward Hoes. Masculine Ben is going to be all handsy, pulling hair and stuff like that. Sure. Yeah, the worst hygiene. Yeah. No driver's license, no job experience. Exactly, shooting blanks. Yeah.
A scary man with a penis. Like, let's just not do that. We're not going to do that.
Now, when you got there, I believe Ben made you sit in the front seat.
So I was just going over this before you came in and basically just summarized. Yeah, he made me sit in the front, and then he was like, let's pair bond and do something physical to each other or something. And then within 15 minutes, brought it up again, and then pulled my hair very hard, in spite of what they say, trying to minimize it. Like, I'm the one that felt the hair pull. It was very hard, and it made me really uncomfortable.
The time frame then. How long had you been in the car before
15
Ben?
minutes about.
So about within 15 minutes, Ben's already like violating personal boundaries.
Yeah.
He's pulled your hair. Now, I think you went to a gas station. Is this right?
Yes. So this is kind of when the next weird shit starts happening. We get to this gas station. So I was like, I'm going to go over here and like check out this little store, whatever. And then Ben walks over, meets me across the street. I'm literally just trying to get like a piece for a second, honestly. And then is like, walk with me, Ava. And I'm like, okay. And I like start walking, at a normal pace. He's like walking very slowly behind me.
And then we were walking on the bike path, and I tried to train her like heel.
He was trying to train her how to walk.
walk next to me. You know, I bought her some nice lemonade, and you know what I mean? It's just this, like, she kept running away. And so then Grace's job, right, was to be the Ghislaine Maxwell to my Jeffrey Epstein.
So you're beating these hoes when they don't get in line. These dogs. This is a doghouse.
I have verbal commands. I offer a lot of incentives. I mean, what the fuck did they
wait? What's the incentive?
think it is?
And then it's like, Ava, like, come walk next to me. Why don't you walk faster? And then he's like, no. Ava, like, this is the thing with Wayward hoes. Come and walk, listen to a man. Come and walk next to me and whatever. It's so draining.
I believe he commanded you to heel like a dog at one point.
Yeah. And so then he's like,
that's such a wild story, man. Such a wild freaking story, right? The Wayward hose thing. And look, you even have Darius there.
Heel, Ava, like, come walk next to me. He's trying so hard.
And I tried to exercise a little bit of discipline while giving her a lot of leeway. And, you know, it's ended up with, and Grace was supposed to help me to tell her to stop, you know, to like stop. There was one point at which she almost ordered, like, one of the great violations of the Home for Wayward Hosts is when a woman buys water. Okay, so she almost
oh, that's right. Ava was not even allowed to buy water.
Bought the water, and I was like, no. And there was a dog bowl there with water because, you know, everyone here is like. So I was like, kneel down and drink. You know, I didn't make her kneel down and drink out of the bowl.
What? Like, this is something that he thought was reasonable to do. First time meeting Ava the G. Man.
Because I'm a nice guy. But I should have. But I should have. It was clean. The bowl was clean and whatever. You know, I was just saying, like, okay, this is what we do here. You're going to walk next to me on the bike path, right? And it's a walking path too. And she's walking ahead of me. And I said, come back here and walk next to me. And then I had to go to kind of like, you know, verbal commands like a dog, like heel, get back here, right? And then we'd walk a little. And she just wouldn't do it. And Grace's point is to tell her she needs to listen.
Is this, but like he's.
Man, and you guys remember this story, right? Any thoughts about this story? Yeah, I know Ben's a monster. For sure. But it's wild. That's what Keem was referencing there.
So
I seen this thing where one of your girlfriends that you met online came to visit you. Yeah, your dad started like pulling her hair to insert dominance over her because she's a young female. And I've seen these clips of him like making you undress and get naked to like, you know, humiliate you or something. What is the truth in all this?
Oh, that's right. There's another part we need to get to. Grace undressed herself in the woods and was doing some weird wood dance thing or something.
He's trying to like create a dynamic of like behavior where
he's asserting his dominance. Would you say
over me? Yeah.
He's like trying to assert his masculinity over you. So this is 3 instances within, what's the time frame? Within like the first half an hour?
Within an hour.
Within an hour. So 3 instances of like overstepping the boundaries of a normal, sane, rational person. So this dog bowl thing, right? Because he described it before you turned up on Telegram. He was like, I could have made this bitch drink out of a dog bowl if I wanted to. And the dog bowl would have been clean and it would have just been water. And he sounded like this was an event.
Well, Grace would have had to clean it. Ben wouldn't clean it.
He was gonna make you drink out of a dog bowl.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. He did not have. He would like to have.
I bet Darius could make Ava the G drink out of a dog bowl, though. I bet he could.
That control over me, but no, he could not tell me what to do.
I think the fact he's even thinking about trying to make another human being that he's just met in the first hour drink out of a dog bowl says a lot. Really.
Yeah, there's one thing to be like, oh, I said it was going to be a house for wayward hoes. I said it was going to be like a daddy thing, which was not the case either with me and Grace's conversations and our FaceTime conversation, which I addressed earlier. But it's like, this is not like, if this was in the explanation of, hey, what does that mean? Like, does it mean you're going to be like pulling my hair and trying to like control me like a dog? Then I don't think I would have come.
When you heard that the House of Wayward Hoes, what did you think in your head? Because to a normal person, if I was,
yeah, to a normal person, that already sounds suspect. Like, what? Right?
It's like, come to my House of Wayward Hoes, that would clearly be like a joke. But Ben,
yeah, exactly. That's what I thought that it was.
Right, she had been on a trip. Okay, it's like hi, and then we were talking a little bit, and I just was like, all right, let's just like kind of get over this. Like, I'm not Grace's dad, I'm Ben, right? You know what I mean? Like, all right, and my suggestion would be like just slight physical violence towards each other. Grace on the way there had stimulated me to violent homicidal rage so that we almost got in an accident. So that was the context.
That's wild.
I reached over, grabbed a chunk of her hair, pulled it, and then released. But on the way over, I can't tell you what I had to do to Grace to calm her down because
yeah, could you explain that?
It's illegal. Like it's either.
Whoa, Ben. of course, we know Ben likes to do corrective action.
Be communicative, and that's fine. Or do your own fucking thing, and I don't fucking care what happens to you. It's on you. If you're just going to be a retard, be a retard. And if you die, you die. Okay, but I could see the building kind of escalating way in which this is going to be like a torture session.
And earlier, he said he's a nice guy.
For me, Ava being here is not a torture session for me. The Home for Wayward Hoes has to work for me, or it's not I'm not helping these females. Right. It's got to work for me. I've got to get better food, better everything, better, feminine companionship, right? Me pulling her hair puts me in a vulnerable position. It doesn't hurt her. This fucking lying Bree is full of shit. It doesn't hurt a girl to have her hair pulled. It's fucking
He's such a piece of shit. Oh, man.
Well, the Ava thing, so I met this girl in Seattle, and she had come to know us through Destiny. I'm sure you guys know who Destiny is.
Yeah.
Alpha male, excellent debater, great social skills, handsome
Destiny's
guy.
an alpha male?
No, you are, Wings.
Destiny, an alpha male? Okay, come on now.
I would say I could beat Destiny.
Come on, Grace.
Who do you think's more
I'm hoping Grace was just joking there. I'm hoping so.
Attractive, Destiny or Wings of Redemption? The bald guy down here.
Well, I don't know Wings, so far Wings, because he seems to be able to take a joke.
Ooh.
Destiny's pretty pathetic. You'd have to say Destiny's pathetic. But anyway, so this
thing
girl
I know
Ava,
about Destiny is he gets cooked.
Oh, he does get cucked. Yeah, that's his.
Wait, doesn't Wings get cucked too? I've heard stories about that. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Yeah, and that's why I find it funny. Like she called him an alpha male. I'm like, didn't he like be streaming and his wife's getting railed behind him on stream?
I think she was saying that sarcastically.
There's a lot of context, but I went to LA. I live in Rhode Island. I went to LA I think it was last summer, to do an IRL collab with this guy Darius. We were supposed to pretend to be an abusive couple, but he actually caught feelings. Obviously, I seduce men all the time. So he caught feelings. I had to run away from him. I went to Seattle to go see this guy Jeremy, who
Dude, look at Blades' face. He's not really buying. He's like, there's like a stink. It's like a fart went off, dude. Look at that. Back up.
time. So he caught feelings. I had to run away from him. I went to Seattle to go see this guy Jeremy, who follows me and my dad's streams. That guy lived in a shed, and he asked me if he could hop into bed with me. So I was feeling kind of like, I got to get out of here as well. So this girl, Ava, who followed me on Instagram, she reached out to me and she was like, I'm in Seattle. Do you want to hang out? And I was like, actually, can you rescue me from this guy Jeremy's place? Because I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have a plane ticket out of here. Can you just take me to your place and I crash at your place? She did. And it was fine. And then I went back to Rhode Island. Then she decided to come over for a kind of show idea, a stream idea that me and my dad had called The House for Wayward Hoes, where my dad would take wayward women.
It's a funny title, dude. It's a great title. Like, that should come back. But like, Ben wouldn't be able to do it. But some streamers should make that like a thing. Like, instead of Fish Tank, House of Wayward Hoes, dude. And all you're trying to do is just fix these hoes.
Hold on. Define wayward in this situation.
Well, there's a lot of women online who don't listen to men and kind of think they're like bad, but they haven't had positive relationships with men in their life, and they don't know
A lot of
how to
wives
be
too,
submissive.
by the way.
Most women generally in America. I'm wayward myself, but I'm trying to get better. But yeah, especially women online, right? So my dad had
Good
this
luck.
idea for sort of show. It didn't work out. So he had this idea that women would come over to our apartment, and he would sort of be like the pimp, and I would be like his bottom bitch, and he would help de-waywardize these women by teaching them, like, you know, reading to them from the Bible and teaching them how to make him a cup of coffee, and.
But wait. That wasn't really it. That wasn't really it, Grace. That wasn't the wayward hose. They're making you coffee, making your dad coffee, and what he's reading the Bible to them. That's not what happened.
You know, reading to them from the Bible and teaching them how to make him a cup of coffee, and
What about drinking water out of a dog bowl? What about teaching Ava how to walk, how to heel? What about the hair pulling part?
yeah, it was a good idea. It was a good idea.
Break him like a fucking wild horse.
They're like breaking in women who have never listened to a man in their life. Anyways, this girl Ava decided to come over. She was like, oh, I'll do that. You know, it'll be funny. He pulled her. He said, okay, we have to establish trust. So he pulled her hair to say, like, I'm going to, like, pull your hair, and then you hurt me in some way, and then we've bonded physically, and now you'll trust me as a man. She got a little freaked out. She called.
Got a little freaked out. Man, here's what's messed about that story. But the whole hair pulling thing. Man, you try to do that with any woman. What is she going to do? Like you first met this woman, right? She doesn't know who you are. Within the first 5 minutes of meeting her, you pull her hair. Like, she would leave, right? You think she would leave? Nah, but Ava stayed.
Called her parents. She was like 22, but anyways, she does meth. It's a whole thing. Anyways, yeah, so it was sort of like, it was failed Riz on his part, I would say, the pulling of the hair, but
yeah, it sounds like failed Riz.
Show at the time.
I think he failed when he got a meth head to try to break.
Well, she was a cute. She's like, she was good. She was gonna be
How
good.
cute
for the
could
show.
she
She's,
be?
like,
She probably had
unhinged.
spots.
Spots? What
Nah,
are you
she's
talking
like-
about?
Like when chicks
know.
get meth, they like get their black teeth and they start getting like spots like a leopard when they're really deep into it.
I don't know that. I don't know too many meth heads. I did see, like, in this
I've seen my fair share of meth heads. And yeah, they have a very distinguished look. You can spot them.
documentary thing that I was trying to watch.
Exactly, Alex Shill Jones. Right? It's a basic thing. Don't pull their hair. Unless it's like bedroom stuff. And then it's like, oh, okay.
That your dad sold a company for like $600K or something, and then you've been trying to do this streaming career, and he just recently ran out of money. Is that true?
That's why I'm so grateful to you for inviting me on your show. Yes, my dad sold a bunch of real estate when the housing market skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had family issues that sucked.
And that money was supposed to go to the grandfather, go back to Ben's dad. But that's not what happened. He instead invested it into a business of his own. His dad said, the grandfather said, do not invest it in a restaurant. And Ben did that, an Ethiopian restaurant.
Away a lot of that money, and we are now currently semi-broke. So simps, please come to my channel, Grace Thorp, aka Joan. Donos are very much appreciated.
When's the OnlyFans pop off?
Actually, I have an OnlyFans. I'm planning to do a very niche thing on my OnlyFans. So I haven't posted anything yet, but
What's
my
a
OnlyFans
niche thing
is,
on your OnlyFans?
I know this guy named
Blades finally asks another question. But Blades, you already know what the ansor is.
Maxer, who
Wayward.
is a positive Jewish guy who streams, right? So what he's going to do is we're going to do exercise.
I
So
wouldn't call him positive.
every time I do a
Unless
push-up, he's
AIDS.
going to coach me, and I have to say, like, I'm a
Does Hormaxer have AIDS? Is that why she said positive?
I'm a I'm fat. I am only worthy for my holes. And I'm going to get fit, and he's going to do the push-ups with me. That's the idea. BDSM
people
exercise.
pay more for you to sucking doing this, right?
It's kind of my thing because I have gained weight, and he is a good coach in that sense. So
What
we'll
is
get
what
fit
is
together. That's the
what is up with this clip where somebody like slapped you and you're like, yes, daddy, or some like?
Oh, Keem got the dad slapping Grace's ass.
Slapped you.
Oh, Darius.
Yeah, is that real?
Okay.
Oh no, she's talking about the Darius slapping her in the face. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he really did slap me, and really my ears were ringing. It was the best thing he probably ever did in his life. But what happened was this guy Darius, who's like a Twitch streamer in the Destiny sphere, he came over to do IRL content at my house, and he was kind of a jerk. So I burned the clothes that I ditched him at my mom's house, and he started crying on her porch, and then I burned his clothes on live stream while he was over there. And then he was.
I remember this, but she burned Darius's clothes because Darius was being a jerk to her. Completely rational, right? Totally not unhinged and not crazy, not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over here, right? Like, who does that? That's something that like a jealous ex does, a psycho ex, okay? They burn your clothes. Okay? Not some girl that's supposed to be some sort of IRL meetup. Okay?
He was really mad about that, so he kind of had this bit where he would like get back at me when I visited him in LA, so he slapped me. So it was a real slap, yeah, but it was, he asked me ahead of time if I was okay with it. I said yeah.
Well, are you looking for love currently, Grace?
Why? Are you single?
I'm not single, but Only Use Me Blade is.
No, I'm not that single.
Oh shit! Not even Blades would take that, dude. She got rejected by Blades.
You're a hot mess. So, and I'm an internet degenerate. I'm an internet degenerate. And
Could you imagine a Grace and Only Use Me Blade drunk stream?
Well, that's different. That's
Well, if that happened, Ben could not be there because it would get crazy.
It would probably look like the Beck and Blade drunk stream.
No.
I heard Blade uses the N-word.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I'm blacked out drunk, I said the N-word. I don't know why. So.
I had an entire. Wait, are you guys okay with me saying it? Like
No,
YouTube?
please don't. But I did see a clip.
Cool with it.
I seen a clip of you saying the N-word just the other day when you were crying about you needed money. So what's up with that? You don't think it's racist?
No. I just think it's hilarious. I've had black men pay me money to call them that. I don't really see nobody's
I call cap on that one. I call cap on that one.
You had black men pay you money to say the N-word? Was this when you were like cooking or being an escort or something? Like what?
No. Grace was never an escort.
No, it was on a stream. It's on my YouTube channel, Grace Thorp, aka Jen. You go to the shorts. Hot black guy begs me to call him the N-word. He sent in a super chat, asked me to call him the N-word. Then he came on stream when I wouldn't, and he said, "Can you say it to my face?" It's up there.
How do you know that's from him, though? That could easily be some dude sitting at home be like,
He came on stream, like with his face. You could see his face. He was cute. But I actually also had a speed date where a black guy asked me if we could do race play, and I could be like, the mistress of the house, and I could whip him. I don't know. I'm not particularly into it, but as far as the black community seems to like it, so.
I don't really know.
That's wild.
Where to go from here?
Yeah, where do you go from there?
I'm just lost.
Well, the chat wants you to ask her about the beer bottle incident.
Yeah, what is the beer bottle incident?
Oh, okay. So my mother was making all of these assumptions about me and my father's relationship, right?
Okay, yeah, your mom was making these assumptions about you.
And I'm a sort of, a performative person. So at a certain point, maybe when I was 16 or 17, we were having this conversation. And there was a beer bottle at hand, and I sucked it in my father's lap. And I looked at my mom and said, is this what you think is going on? And I did a good job. The beer bottle was pleasured. sufficiently, but I did that, you know, and I looked at my mom and I said, like, is this what you think is
Dude, they look uncomfortable. They dude, those guys look completely uncomfortable. I can't even speak right now. Uncomfortable, man.
going on? And even if it was, is this such a big deal? Like, can we just break the horse? And can you admit, like, you're making all these sexual assumptions, but you just won't say them? Like, okay, like, here you go. Like, what do you think is going on here? And
was your mom super horny when she was like your age?
She was, yes. She once had sex with a man so that she could take a nap in his air-conditioned apartment in New Orleans. Yes.
It's called a homosexual.
Hot, so.
Oh no, it's one of her more likable qualities is that she was.
Well, Courtney sounds like she's a lot of fun.
It is.
What about the time that you dragged her out by her hair and threw her out of your studio?
Yeah, I was going to ask that next. Like, I seen this clip of you just
Wait, you
grabbing
didn't
your
let
mom.
me. You didn't let me finish the beer bottle story.
No. I don't think they want you to finish it.
Go ahead.
It couldn't get better.
Oh yeah,
it couldn't get better.
Okay.
We're so interested.
Oh, Blades is not interested. Yeah, dude, this is this is great. We didn't even get to the part to where when Ben comes on. When Ben comes on, it totally changes for sure.
Yeah,
keep us. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I would be too picky, Blade.
Dude, Grace, don't take from anyone. If someone starts talking,
hold back.
Light them up.
Are you not enjoying the stories, Blade?
So you sucked off a beer bottle and go.
Well, and then what was interesting is that my mother got very upset and she said, "You stop that right now!" Even though it was a beer bottle, like it wasn't. There was nothing sexual going on. It was a beer bottle. She got very angry at me, so I threw my backpack at her because I was very angry, and I rushed out the house to one of my dad's apartments that was free, like in another neighborhood, because he had houses at the time. And I never lived with her again, basically, after that. So that's the end of the story, Blade. You happy?
I'm sorry.
So
what was the point of that story? Like
what is going on with
I was
that?
asked. I was
Fair question from Blades right there. What is the point of that story?
Survey. Everyone is like Wings, Boogie. But where's Boogie, by the way?
He's on his way to Grace's house.
Oh, okay.
No, but what happened with when you grabbed your mom and threw her on the ground?
It was. You mean when I opened the back of the studio and I pulled her by her hair?
Yes.
It was kind of
right, Alex. Right.
The bit afterwards, I told her like I was just kidding, and she was like, "Yeah, I get it." She was doing this thing where she was kind of spurging on the stream, and so I thought it would be funny if I kind of like kicked her out of the studio and just said like, "All right, that's enough of that." And
so a bunch
she didn't have a problem with that.
A bunch of this stuff is bits, but aren't there real police reports in your family for assault with each other?
Well, there's no criminal record. Because all of the charges have been dismissed. The only current thing is a civil restraining order that my mother has against my father, and it's for her and my 4 minor siblings who semi-live with her.
I was just about to ask that. I obviously you just said it. You have the brothers, sisters, mixture. What do you got?
I'm the oldest. I have 6. I'm the oldest of 6. I have 5 siblings. There's me, then there's John, Charlie, Tommy, Maggie.
I'm not gonna. Okay, but is it all from the same mother, dad, or?
Yep.
Someone in the chat is saying that you have some type of relationship with Ethan Ralph. Is that true?
Yes, about 5 months ago, I went on Ethan Ralph's stream. I did very well. I made him a lot of money, and I had this sort of debate with this guy Beardley. I don't know if you know who he is, but some kind of debate. He said I was degenerate, and I asked him to admit I asked him to say that he liked women's breasts, and he wouldn't, so I just called him gay, and that was essentially the entire debate. But we had a good relationship, and then I kind of dissed him by saying that he was too clingy as a creator, and then that sparked a whole.
Did you text Ethan Ralph?
Yes.
Was it always professional?
Yeah.
Oh, so Ethan Ralph didn't try to make the move on you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, Grace has never been gunted, which was might have been her mistake actually.
Interesting.
He was very nice. He did boost my career quite a bit, so I do appreciate it. We're good. We're on good terms now. I did say I was sorry. I can get a little defensive and kind of burn bridges too quick sometimes.
So the internet seems to think
you don't say, Grace. Get defensive and burn bridges too quick. That's like your MO, man.
That your dad is like, you know, like a kind of like a cult leader or something. You know, they call him. They say that he's like his children and all this stuff, and there's a lot of clips of him like admitting, like, what? Explain your dad to the world.
My dad is he is hilarious. He is a goofy guy. He had this crazy relationship with my mother. They're both out of their minds, basically. But he is adorable. He's like, he tries to be like a big shot. He's like watched some red pill stuff, and he's like, I know how b****s work. I know how women work. But he's mostly just like a nerd, kind of. It's just that he's very bombastic.
He's
sometimes,
a nerd?
especially online. So people take that as like him being very aggressive, I guess, or like scary. But he's a total simp.
And this is coming from a much younger and much higher energy Grace.
I'm like totally spoiled by him. So, but he's very smart too. He has a master's in theology. Like he's very educated. I respect.
Can I give
him
you
in
an
that
idea
sense, but-
with your dad, like for content?
Yeah, sure.
You said your dad ain't got no in 6 years. Why don't you film your dad getting an escort, and then not so much the stuff, but just the interactions with the escort itself?
Yes, I've tried to get him. We have made content out of his Tinder dates before, but I've tried to get him to like do Tinder date streams before, because I think that would be hilarious. But he's a little scared of that.
Most workers will not be on stream or on camera. So if you were to like try to call an escort,
on this?
That's true. You got to make sure you got to let them know ahead of time ish about that. Not that I know.
Yeah, of course he does.
I'm just saying, dude. I've been drunk as shit doing my streams, and people are like, you know, I've had viewers order me escorts, and they come, they're like, what the fuck with all these cameras? No escort is gonna want to be on camera or be filmed.
I would disagree with this, Blade. I think that's somebody you have, because I've had escorts sent to my house too, and most of them were like, I will do anything you want me to do for money.
On camera, on the internet.
Most of them are addicts and like crackheads. That's why they're on OnlyFans or what it was.
I mean, I must be in the wrong part of the country, dude. I must be in the wrong part of the country then, dude, because like I don't know, like every situation I've ever had, most escorts or workers don't want to be on camera. They're
Seattle hookers are fucking prudes.
It's not even that. I'm talking.
You guys ever seen the porn series called Crackhead Confessional? It was very short lived. Not that I watched it. The guy would interview like street hookers, well, hookers, and especially ones that are like in crack and stuff. And the best part of those videos actually wasn't really the sex. I didn't really care. It was like the story that the girl would tell about her messed up life and her problems with drugs and stuff. Okay. Don't tell me I'm the only one who's seen that. All right. Okay.
Talking about more so when I was living in California.
Yeah, my chat's quiet tonight. It's really Alex Shield Jones. Hey, how's it going, Alex?
California and living in Vegas.
What went wrong with you and your father? I'm sorry, not you and your father. Your father and your mother. How did that really kind of dwindle?
They got married because my mother like got pregnant with me, obviously by him. But he had mommy issues. He'll admit this. He had like, sort of insecurity about women, and she was sort of a hostile person. So he wanted to kind of like work things out with her, but she was severe.
So what were the other 5 reasons for your 5 siblings then? Like,
she was
whoops. Like, what do you mean?
Time to get married.
That's right. He continued plowing Courtney.
He's already committed. Why not?
They thought they were married. I don't believe they were ever married. Truly, I think that the marriage should be annulled. But they thought they were married, and so they of course wanted. We're Catholic, so like if you're married, you should have. You should be open to procreation.
Stop. You don't get to claim any religion after all this you said.
Oh, boom! Look at that. Blades is like, dude, you can't claim religion after all this stuff you've been talking about.
Done or do or whatever, and then go, we're Catholic.
They have been following that no condom.
Hey, wait a second.
rule,
Wait a second. This is some idea you have that Christians have to be some kind of like perfect people. No. Christians can be as
it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do if you're Christian, Muslim, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can't be degenerate and then claim that you follow some sort of guideline. That's all.
Of course you can. That's the whole reason for Jesus Christ. Have you ever heard of him?
I mean, let's be real. There is incest in the Bible.
Don't be.
But it's not like promoted. It's not like Jesus said, "Hey, keep it in the family."
Yeah, your boy Lot throwing it
Well,
down.
it's stupid to say that you have to be a broken person means you can't be a Christian.
Yeah, religion's for broken people.
Yeah. Well, we're all broken, so.
I'm not.
Do you still go to church on this RV trip? Are you still finding time to go to church?
No, we don't really currently go to mass because mass, like most churches, have a service that's very emasculating, and it's not like very. It's.
Oh, so going to mass is emasculating. Wow, so Ben won't even go to mass because of that.
Kind of awful to
You
put
guys would
yourself
be
through,
afraid you
so.
catch fire in the church. Jesus Christ.
Tommy,
No.
Tommy, you probably are the expert on her and her father, right? You know more about them than anyone here. I barely know. them.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but I've seen clips over the last 2 years. Yeah.
I've never seen any clips until yesterday. I was like, what the fuck?
No, we've covered them before a few times.
Yeah. Do you have questions for the dad?
Oh, we love to talk to him. I like to see how funny he is in a live situation with us.
During your interactions with like,
I don't have a very close.
Oh,
You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Both of you, possible.
I want to talk to this guy, Mr. Degenerate. Let's go, man to man. Let's go.
Which one?
I think he's talking about you, Blade.
Big boy pants on.
Yeah, Blade, you're in.
What's up? Okay.
Excuse me. What
How
is
you doing?
degenerate? I want to know. I know. Hey.
What's degenerate?
What is degenerate? Yeah. What is degenerate? What? Name one thing.
I don't know how.
What kind of a man are you? Sit up straight and tell me what's degenerate. What?
All right, you need to calm the down, dude. Like
Dude, this part was so good, dude. As soon as Ben gets on, dude, the hostility it just ramps up.
Sit up straight and tell me what's degenerate. What?
All right, you need to calm the down, dude. Like
No, I
this
don't.
is the first
No, I
interaction you've had with me, and you're coming at me real hot. You're
Sit up straight.
No,
Let's talk like men. Let's
how
go.
about that?
Let's go. I'm lean forward. I'm ready to go. You call me degenerate. You call my daughter degenerate. I'm coming at you hard. Let's go.
Yeah, because she's a
Yeah,
degenerate.
sit back
That's
like a
why.
bitch. are. Okay. Now tell me what's
You,
degenerate.
dude. I'm not
Yeah,
going
lean
to talk
back
to you.
further. Go lie down in that. Go lie down in your couch too while you're at it. Be the full you are.
What?
Come on.
Well, I don't know why you calling me
What's
a
degenerate?
Why are you coming in all hot, dude? What the problem?
I want to know
the first
the answer to
interaction
the
that I've had with
question.
you. And the first interaction I've had with you, you're coming at me talking crazy.
You call my
talking crazy
my
too.
daughter degenerate. I'm asking you to give me one
She's talking
example
about, she's
of
talking
that.
about flirting with you, dude. You're talking about that you and you
Okay.
her have
All
some
right.
sort of
All right. That's
relation,
an example.
and then you and then
Okay. All right. You gave me an example. My daughter.
Can you
flirts with me.
calm down a little bit? Can you chill? I didn't come at you with that energy, so can you just chill a little bit?
Okay. Yeah,
Let's start. Hi, my name's Brian. What's your name, dude?
That's great. All right, Alex. You have a good night too. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. I stream every Mondays.
My name isn't dude. I'm an
My
older
name's
man.
Brian.
than you.
What's your
You
name?
I'm an older man that you should treat me with respect. You can call me Mr.
Sure.
Thorp.
I'm asking you, what's your name, sir?
Ben Thorp.
Ben Thorpe. Is that how you want me to address you, sir?
Sir is good. Mr. Thorp is good. You
Here
can call
you
me
go.
Ben.
See, we're Ben.
But let's get Ben.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's start over. Ask your
Do I
question.
flirt with my daughter?
I think Ben is trying to understand what exactly is degenerate.
He wants
he
a
gave me an
definition of
example.
degenerate?
He gave me an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
there
he
you go.
said that me at age 52, using flirtatious language with my daughter, who's 21. Okay, do you know what the word flirt means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
What do you mean? To flirt, to rizz up, to talk to someone in a flirtatious way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's using the definition
I understand. That sounded
word
really
in the
stupid.
definition.
For my end, that sounded really stupid. So yeah, I'll give that to you.
Okay, well, I mean, we know what
It stands for amusement rather than serious intentions.
Well, there are two
definition.
contexts. There's two contexts in which you could flirt.
The definition of the word flirt. Oh, Ben loves that.
One, in which you're trying to like flirt with someone to get a date or to, for sexual activity. Are there other contexts in which two people can flirt?
I'm not familiar with it, but I'm all ears though.
Let's say a nurse is working in a nursing home and there's an old guy there, and she flirts with him a little bit. He's got cancer. Okay, do you understand that context?
Yeah.
Do you understand the context? Let's say I have a niece and I'm at a wedding. She's 7 or 8 years old. She's wearing a dress, and I go, "What a pretty girl you are." Am I flirting with her?
God,
no, that's
yes,
not
I
flirting.
am. Yes, I am flirting with her. Yes, I am. And a woman will flirt with an 8-year-old boy, and also in the same way, "What a handsome young boy you are. Let me pinch your cheeks." Absolutely, that's
I
flirting.
hate being loved. How's
Now,
it going?
I've already had this conversation with many people on the internet. You might say that I think that all flirting has the desire for genital activity at the end of it, but you would be wrong. That's not how it's defined. It has two different meanings.
Okay.
So,
well, then why don't you just use a different word then? Because that word, like when people hear the word flirt, they're thinking in a sexual way.
I do not flirt with my daughter in the sense of.
Why, Ben? Can I just let's cut the ice.
How's
here.
that degenerate? How's that degenerate?
But Ben, let me cut the ice here. Why does the whole internet keep saying that you and your daughter have some type of sexual relationship?
That's a great question. The internet is filled with people who are sons and daughters of the devil, who have inverted normalcy completely and hate goodness, truth, and love. And I'm here to take those people off the internet and clear it for normal people to come in.
And how are we doing with that, Ben? He wants to take him off the internet.
Who actually believe that truth, goodness, and beauty are what we should do and not the opposite of it. So you know where this started? They saw that me and my daughter, who are both attractive, and a lot of people on the internet aren't attractive, and they saw that we had a good relationship, and a lot of people on the internet don't have a good relationship with their daddy, and if they're a man, don't have a good relationship with women, and they are envious. Envy.
So do you and Grace cuddle?
I have fondled and caressed my daughter when she was a young child. Is that scandalous to you guys?
What about currently?
Of course I do.
That reaction right there.
Is that scandalous to you guys?
What about currently?
Of course I do.
What about currently?
Blades is leaving. You heard too much. You heard enough.
Yeah, go away. Go away forever.
What about currently? Do you
think that's a controversial? Do you think? Wait. Do you think that's a controversial sentence? I have fondled and caressed my daughter as well as my sons as children. That's totally normal.
Fondle's a weird word to use.
And yeah, like, well, no.
Use though.
Fondle.
I think it's
fondle.
I think it's kind of degenerate. You're sleeping in the same bed.
Okay, but wait a second. Is it degenerate to fondle and caress your children when they're young children?
I think it's weird to say it like that, to phrase it like that.
So you're out of your mind. I hope you don't have any children and never do have any children, because if you don't fondle and caress little children, they grow up to be very, very unhealthy. In fact, if you don't fondle and caress a baby, do you know what happens to that baby? If it is not
realize
fondled
that
and
most
caressed.
people in this world.
Do you
actually
know?
think your
I'm asking
daughter-
you a question, then you can talk. Do you know what happens to a baby who is not touched, who is not
But
fondled
Mr.
and caressed?
Thorpe,
Literally.
fondle
Do you know what
suggests that.
happens? Do you know what happens?
Fondle suggests that something erotic is happening.
Yeah.
That's
No, it
a
doesn't.
sexual
It's a
term.
word which has. Why don't you say caress? Is the same.
Caress
Fondle.
would be you caress your children. Yeah, I think that would be acceptable. It sounds a little
Okay, but
weird,
you can
I-
also caress your mate.
fondling has a.
Or how about you say it like this, Ben? Yes. When my kids were babies, I had to wipe their ass. Yeah. And yeah, when they were babies, yeah, sure, I held them. And yes, I did wiggle their toes and stuff. Like I wouldn't just say caress either, or fondle, or any of that stuff. Yeah, the wording is so effed up. He plays these word games, man. How's it going, Maddie?
inclination to it. And I'm looking it up right now, and it's lovingly or erotic. Lovingly, okay.
Yeah, lovingly, or okay, you don't touch your children lovingly. Okay, I don't know what's problem. This is the problem. If that's a problem for you,
Ben,
you have a problem.
Okay, Ben, but it wasn't just the internet that thought you had some type of sexual relationship with your daughter. Your own wife thought
That's
that,
true.
right? Why did your wife
I would
think
say
this?
putative wife. Well, do you know the story of? I think it's Snow White, right?
He still claims to this day that he was never really married. Yet he was married legally, and he was married with her. He likes to say like he was like under duress because she was pregnant and he had to marry her. Okay, but you stayed in that marriage for like other kids, right? You made other kids with her.
Do you not think that a lot of older women become envious of younger women? When they flower into womanhood. I mean, that's the story as old as time.
I don't see people being envious of their daughters against their husbands.
Oh my God! Have you guys ever been in any relationships with women?
Never.
I'm currently
I'm on the
married.
internet.
You don't think older women often get into like a situation where they envy the beauty of younger women?
100% that's true, Ben. But we're talking about mother-daughter. That's abnormal.
Happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
No, it doesn't.
Mothers think that their daughters are the father.
It happens all the
She ever
time.
really thought that, but like that tension between a daughter who becomes close to her father and sort of threatens the mother's position, that happens all the time. I understand that most people, it doesn't it doesn't turn into anything, but absolutely that's a tension.
Now, didn't the other siblings, your other sons, also bring this claim forward that you and Grace had some type of sexual relationship?
No, only my eldest son, who has had a close relationship with his mother. So he thought he was defending her. It's very normal that happens. There's a natural way in which boys defend their mother. I asked, there was a lot of lying and stuff like that. And, I understand. I feel bad for the kids because they get confused because
It's kind of interesting that Ben is trying to say like nothing really happened when in the court filings from Courtney, no, she claims stuff has happened. So, yeah.
you trust mom and dad. And it becomes difficult when one of those people just goes off the rails, who you trusted and, starts saying like, she's a victim when it's not true. But I mean, you're welcome to look at, people are welcome to look. There's like hundreds of hours of documentation. It's super clear.
Didn't your son make a claim that you and Grace were sexting each other?
Yeah. Again, sexting, which means sending provocative statements. I don't know if you've ever, if you guys interact with Zoomer kids.
You should never, ever, ever send any sort of sexually provocative stuff to any of your kids. Like, what?
They use terms like girls will call other girls. The N word is normal among. Have you ever seen like teenage boys playing video games? They call each other N word. Use swears all the time. I mean, some of that language like I adopt with my kids.
I can get behind that. Yep.
And like to say like, okay, we're racist and also like I have. I'll call my sons the F slur all the time. Like, don't be such a little. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up with. It's really a way of saying be a man. You phobic or even that's like.
So there's this ongoing thing that just happened recently, and that's how I discovered who Grace was and who you were. I came across a video clip of Grace crying, saying the N-word and saying,
"Hey, Stick Solid, how's it going, man?" I'll read that. I've talked to both these Thorp morons, and I'm moderately dumber for having done so. Yeah, I think that applies to me as well.
that you guys only have $1,000 left in your bank account. What happened? Because as I was watching a documentary, they were explaining that you were actually quite wealthy. You had a ton of money, and it's all gone now. Can you explain your finances?
Can I explain my finances? Yeah, I mean, when you have 6 kids and you go through like this family situation, a lot of money gets wasted being spent in conflicts, and I think probably a lot of men who that will acknowledge that.
Then why pursue
a lot of
this?
money ends up getting.
Why do you pursue this online career if you're just losing money and not making it?
Well, Well, you understand, like you could have said that to Jeff Bezos in the first years of his Amazon empire.
He compares himself to Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Okay.
Paper lost money, right?
Hey,
right?
hey, fair
Am I
enough.
right?
Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
But Ben, didn't
But am
you-
I technically right? Am I technically right?
Yeah, but
you
Ben,
got a few.
here's
I'm not a fan of that defense because it's kind of like, you know, didn't Jeff Bezos not graduate high school or something, right? So
Maybe.
if you talk to a kid and he says, "Oh, I want to drop out of school," Jeff Bezos didn't graduate high school. Yes, that is an instance that did happen, but in general, it's better to get education. It's better to not be poor. Like
It's better
So
to have
if you
doors
have a
open
lot of
so
money,
so
you
have
can't
choices.
gamble it on. You can't sort of risk it on investing in yourself because you believe that you have what it takes to sort of make it in a different field. You can. It's risky. I
got a completely other off-topic thing, and I've just seen this from large families. Was there ever a point like what is the age gap of your children? You don't need to get specific on this person's
They're pretty
age, but, like,
tight, but it goes from Grace is 21. The youngest is now 12. So 2 years about between each one.
Was there ever a time when you guys like all went to Disneyland or something? Or
Amusement parks, sure.
Or like maybe something as simple as like going to a restaurant, like like the whole fam.
Yeah, I mean, as amusement parks, yes, we've gone to this. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really interested in stuff like that because one time I saw this guy and he had 7 kids at a Subway and he spent over $100 on food and he was filling up the drinks. He just looked super depressed. Obviously,
Well, yeah, that sounds depressing.
the kids are obviously the most important thing in the world, and you would do anything for your children. But did raising 6 kids ever become like a burden that you're like, man, I can't really handle this right now? Or is it always, you know what I mean?
What's going on, Connor?
That's a lot to take on.
For different people, I actually try to advocate for large families because in many ways, and I grew up in a large family, which are also very dysfunctional. In many ways, having more kids, if there are problems, it doesn't get foisted on 1 or 2 kids. I think having 1 kid is almost child abuse. But, you know, having a large family, they have a certain solidarity with each other.
I have a quick question. Why is having 1 kid child abuse?
Yeah, that's a good question there. Why would having 1 kid be child abuse? What? Dude, that kid hasn't made. That kid hasn't made. He doesn't have to worry. You know, like he's going to get all the attention.
I think I'm not saying it's technically, but I think if you choose to have 1 kid when you can have more, I don't understand that because, you know, we have a lot. I interact with a lot of young.
So
people.
if there was someone who had 1 daughter and said that's it, no more, you think less of that person?
But you asked me a question, then I started answering it. Then you asked me another question before I got a chance to answer the first question. So I'm saying, I think when you have, I do think generally speaking, it's going to be hard to end up in this kind of isolated, frightened place that a lot of young people are in. If you're from a large family, not impossible, but
what is the life that you want for your daughter?
Oh, I want her to be rich and famous, and I know that she will be. You know,
Rich and famous. You don't care about any of the behavior, like the crazy behavior.
Well, can you name what's crazy, please?
It's hard to give an example because I barely know this situation. She's just known as like a wild girl. There's clips of her grabbing her mother, like throwing her out the door, physical abuse, crying, screaming, saying the N-word. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm not the expert on this.
I think for a young person in 2024, we're here at in San Marcos, Texas. We were just on a bus. A shuttle bus for Texas State, which is right here. All the kids who came on were on their phones, and they looked petrified of everyone else. So I really think that's the problem with the Zoomer generation. Not that they talk too much and they're too wild, and I think they need to take a bite out of life, take some risk. I'm glad. I think Grace is like
Alex Young became a member.
Someone that they could admire because she knows her limits.
Because Grace is willing to take that risk, like pull her mom's hair, pull her by the hair to throw her out the door.
It's anything you're going to tell me about the gun.
The deep throat, that beer bottle that's in his lap, Tell
me about the pregnancy. There isn't none of that stuff. So it's mostly playful. Even the stuff with her mother's. Her mother was in on, most of it, and she was behaving in a way which was, calling for that. But I do think the problem in our society is everyone's afraid of everything. To think that grown men cover their ears when a man talks about flirting with a 7-year-old niece of his. It's unbelievable, guys. What the fuck happened to you? Did your testicles come back up into your abdomen? That is totally normal. The idea that you're scared of the of a 7-year-old is just beyond.
Ben didn't even really answer the question at all. Now he's just rambling.
Unbelief. I don't know what happened.
It feels
maybe
like
it happened on the internet.
It feels
I don't
like
think
you're
afraid of I don't think the term
crazy.
It just
I don't think the term flirting applies in this situation. And most people, if they were to hear if you were to hear the headline, flirting with a 7-year-old, that sounds horrible. And a lot of people are going to. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. Most people, if I were to go take a survey on the street right now and say, "Here's the headline: flirt with a 7-year-old," no one's going to be so progressive and
You'd be like, "Who is that person? They belong in jail." Really, they belong not on this earth, but okay, in jail.
Gone through some weird thought process, whatever. On the surface, that statement is crazy sounding.
You think you're normal. You think you're normal.
I'm not normal.
No. But you guys just did this debate.
Ain't nobody here normal.
Apparently did this debate about hunters and people and all that stuff. None of that stuff makes any sense. No one is possible. Has it ever occurred to any of you that it's not really possible to abuse children on the internet? They're protected by the screen.
What?
There is no really possible way.
Wait, so Vosh didn't groom that minor? Yeah, I heard about that story recently.
That happens in real life. And people who are really doing that don't do it on the internet because they're going to leave a trail of proof. I worked in a Catholic high school with.
Okay, I just removed him.
Yeah, thank you.
I removed him.
God dang.
I removed him.
I didn't get to use
It's an
my
act.
move.
It's an
I was waiting
act.
for my
It's
turn
an
to call
act.
him Vince Russo.
Jesus Christ.
It's an act because he was at one point he was just sitting there. That's why I couldn't really get into him because at one point.
Am I crazy? Is flirting with a 7-year-old not an okay thing to
It's
say?
an act.
Ever?
You got played, Blade. It's a act. You're talking about what you're talking about.
See, that's where Tommy C's wrong. It's not an act. It's just how Ben thinks. Like that's how Ben is. Like he does get into these word games on purpose. I guess you could say it is provocative, but it's not like he's trying to be provocative for just an act of it. It is what he believes, what he thinks, and it is also provocative. Because he'll look at those words and he'll look at stuff and be like, oh, really, how bad is it? Really, what it is him justifying the things that he thinks and does.
I never thought I would say this, but I really wish that Boogie was here.
He fondled Grace so off, and look how she turned out.
He thought he was getting boring, and then all of a sudden he starts talking about flirting with a 7-year-old. All right, now I get it.
Bro hit me with a combo. He goes, flirting with a 7-year-old. I forgot the last thing. And then he said he worked at a Catholic school. I'm like, okay, he's out. He's fucking out. Jeez.
Oh, by the way, I was softball serving Keem so hard right there because he went for a sig, and then he said something when Keem was gone. He says that having one child is child abuse. And so I was like, and I know, and first off, I know Keem, and Keem's thing back in the day, I even asked him this. He said, I'm like, why do you have the one child? He's like, I'm doing the one, and that's it, cutting it off. Like, that's all I'm doing. And so I was trying to softball serve that up to Keem, but he wasn't catching it. I was like,
no, I would just.
Why he hasn't got laid in 6 years.
No, yeah. Well, at that point, Keem has heard so much. How could he catch anything at that point?
I felt like
he's the type of dude that would take a picture of his zipper and say, "You come into daddy" or some shit like that. The man has no game.
Yeah, I feel like that guy's been hit with so many allegations of being a creep, incest, of being a or whatever. That
Grace comes back.
I feel like he just came here to defend all this weird shit and stuff that we weren't even asking him, right? Like, who's bringing up flirting?
No one brought that up.
Nobody brought up flirting with a 7-year-old.
Who's trying to fondle a baby?
The cops.
I don't think it's a troll job. I think he's really. I think he's really that. I think we're giving him the. I think you're giving him the benefit of the doubt because you don't want to accept the fact that they do something.
No,
Degenerate.
I know I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt because
Put him in the put
the
him
way he-
on the thing of degenerate.
Oh well,
Degenerate.
look. If your daughter simulates fellatio with a Coke bottle between, it's degenerate. That's not the argument. The fact is, they're saying this shit to get a rise out of everybody else. That's what's going on. So I don't want to be arguing with a guy that's faking.
Yeah, but
it's
you're
a
saying
one-trick
he's slated to get
pony.
a rise.
It's
Do you think he gets?
It's kind of like you know, if a man is like a sicko with some sicko thoughts, and he has to like defend it and justify it, it's gonna come off as like it's like just an act. But I do see what Tommy C was talking about, because at one point during his Ben's rambling, he was losing everyone's attention, and then all of a sudden he brought back the whole flirtatious thing, you know, the flirting thing.
Gets a hard on while he's sleeping in bed with her every night.
I don't know. I don't think about that way. It's crazy enough.
The whole thing about like them like trying to do YouTube for a living and have like careers or whatever, it's not if it's not working out, it's not going to work, because they were on Ethan Ralph, they were on Destiny, they were all on all these big shows. There's documentaries on them, and if they're not popping off now, what are you going to do? You know, obviously,
like if you have all that exposure and you're still not do anything with it, then
yeah, I can't see that like really being a thing. I'm surprised. Why did you talk him off a ledge right when he came in hot? Like I wanted to see you go out and
Yeah, that teeter-totter went that way. I don't care how tall this guy is.
So Grace sent me a DM saying that she locked her dad out of the room and wants to.
I did.
What's up? What happened?
I understand that you guys are all frail old ladies who can't handle a man being in your midst. So I'm here to calm you down, okay, ladies? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
Don't
okay.
talk about touching kids, please. You'll be
I know.
great.
Oh, I know. You're very scared of children. You're a real man,
Hey.
right?
Yeah, I have two. I have two, and I don't fondle them.
Yes, terrified of touching children. That's what makes
I
you a
don't
real
fondle
man.
them. I don't fondle them. I took my kid to soccer practice game and I had a boy, and I didn't touch him. It's amazing.
I feel bad for your kid.
Really a paradigm.
You want to come over here?
If you were my father, I would be ashamed. Yes. So, anyways, why are you guys all old ladies? Like, what's with the gossip? What's with like the clutching pearls? Like, are you guys dudes? Like, come on.
I don't think I'm better than you. It makes you feel better. Nobody's pearl clutching or virtue.
Kelly, I got a question for you.
Yes, you were all pearl clutching and virtue signal. You guys.
We just hung up on him. We just hung up on him. That's all. We just hung up on him.
That is such a
daddy. That's your daddy.
We're just yelling, making loud noises. Ah!
Kick somebody. That's a to kick somebody like that. Come on.
Oh, he's boring. Come on. Your act is exposed.
It's
Come
not
on.
an act.
Yes, it is. All right.
No part of it. No word of a lie.
No, absolutely.
Point out something I said that's
You're
a lie.
Andy Kaufman.
No, I'm literally not. No word of it was a lie. I didn't lie at all.
Yeah. See, Tommy C was giving her too much credit. She's not Andy Kaufman.
Oh, you just can't
She doesn't even know who that is.
handle it because you're a bunch of old gossipy
I don't
women.
know what's going on.
Why did you lock your dad out though? What was the reason to lock him out of the room?
Because you guys couldn't handle him, and I want the clout, so I'm here to share my story. If you guys can't handle my dad, then that's fine. I locked him out. I get it.
All right, you're on center stage, all right? You have an audience of 3,700 viewers right now. We're going to sit here, we're going to be quiet, and this is your opportunity to shine, to entertain. We're not even going to interact with you.
I'm going to leave.
The stage is yours. Just do and say whatever the you want. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Grace time.
Okay. So they give Grace, what do you
Is this
do?
what you call content? You have somebody on and you can't even talk to them? You're too scared to talk to me now?
Oh no. Grace can't do it on her own. Uh-oh.
I thought this was an interview. I didn't know I was just performing.
Yeah, dance monkey.
All right, do you,
got
want to hear
36
my RFK
you got 3,700
Jr.
people.
You're interrupting. I'm getting into the mood. Would you like to hear my RFK Jr. impression? I have learned a lot about vaccines in the past 3 years
Is this
of
how
my
you get
life.
rich and famous?
Yes. I am I This is so embarrassing. I'm not here to do stand-up. I was here to talk to people. Stop. spot like that.
Oh man, they put her on the spotlight.
Why do you not look like anyone in your family?
You should be looking for old men that clutch pearls, because like that's the way you're going to get rich and famous, by marrying an old dude that's on his way out.
Grace, are you sure that your dad is your biological father?
Yes.
You look nothing like him.
Would you f your dad if he wasn't your biological father?
That's an impossible question to answer. You're stupid. You're a retard.
How's that,
That's an impossible question to answer.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Wait. Let's hear that impossible question.
Would you f your dad if he wasn't your biological father?
Would you bang your dad if he wasn't your biological father?
That's an impossible question to answer. You're stupid.
That's not impossible. You could say yes or no.
You're a retard.
That's
an impossible question to answer.
Yeah, hypothetical.
How is that stupid? How would I my whole life I've known him as my father. How is it? I think he's a good-looking guy. Would I have sex with him? I don't know. Does anybody ever have sex with you?
I don't know.
Does anybody ever have sex with you? You don't pay to do it? I don't think so. Yes. So, buddy, maybe move on to the questions. Something more in your wheelhouse. Something more in your wheelhouse, like World of Warcraft, maybe, or Discord.
You're not talking to us yet. We're all in our 40s. I have kids. What are you talking about? You can't pull the incel card here. Everybody's married with children.
Dude.
I don't know anything about you guys.
This is one you might never see. This is a wedding ring. You know.
I feel bad for your wife. Your wife is married to you, and you look like that. Do you not like care about her at all? You're killing
Didn't you
yourself
say I was
with
better
food.
looking than your daddy just at the beginning of the show?
No, I would never know it.
Nah, she said that Wings is better looking than Destiny.
I'd not say that.
Oh, so you do find your father more attractive than me? I feel you.
Anybody would. I would say he's like an 8. You're like a 2. That's being generous. You don't care about yourself. I mean, am I supposed to give you like a high ranking?
I apologize, Grace. The chat is throwing tomatoes. The chat is throwing.
That's it. That was Grace's very first LOLCOW live experience. Later on, she would be invited on for LOLCOW Queens for a very brief moment. Oh, man, I forgot all about this stream. It was pretty good. I liked revisiting this. It kind of reminded me of how disgusting they are, of course. But yet again, that question, they cannot say either yes or no to that question of would you bang your dad? You can't do that. All right. So this does bring me to the end of the stream here. I thought it was an okay stream. Kind of lower numbers than usual. But all right. It's all right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see. I think I'll wrap up the stream here unless anyone has any questions or anything they want to talk about in the chat. All right. Then I guess that's it. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoy the stream. You guys take it easy.